You are welcome to Nature Nurture Hub, where your love for plants grows into a thriving garden of knowledge and beauty. You've passed by a garden and felt instantly uplifted by a Gerbera Daisy smiling back at you. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're diving into one of the most cheerful and photogenic flowers you can grow, the Gerbera Daisy. With its radiant petals and stunning colors, the Gerbera Daisy isn't just a plant, it's a statement of happiness, a burst of sunshine that thrives in homes and gardens across America. Whether you're a beginner gardener or someone who just loves filling their home with blooms, this flower is one of the most rewarding to grow. Now, if you've ever looked at a Gerbera daisy and wondered how to keep those vivid blooms fresh and glowing all season, you're in the right place. Growing this plant successfully is all about understanding its simple needs: the right light, the correct watering routine, good feeding habits, and a bit of gentle care. It's easy once you get the rhythm, and the payoff is a constant show of color that brightens your space every single day. Let's start with what makes the Gerbera daisy so special. Native to South Africa, these flowers are part of the Asteraceae family, the same family as sunflowers and daisies. Their striking blooms come in shades of red, orange, yellow, pink, and white, with long, elegant stems and lush green leaves that make them look like living sunshine. In the U.S., Gerberas have become a favorite not just for gardens, but also for indoor decor and floral arrangements. They symbolize purity, joy, and cheerfulness, and truly, they bring that energy wherever they grow. Now, before you plant your Gerbera daisy, think about light, because this plant absolutely loves the sun. For most parts of the U.S., Gerbera daisies thrive best in bright, indirect light. Outdoors, choose a location that receives morning sun and light afternoon shade. In cooler climates like the Pacific Northwest or the Northern Midwest, they'll enjoy more full sunlight. But in warmer states like Texas, Florida, or Southern California, they'll appreciate a bit of protection from the intense afternoon heat. If you're growing your Gerbera daisy indoors, place it near a bright window. A south-facing one is ideal, where it can soak in sunlight for at least 6 hours daily. Just remember, too much direct sunlight through glass can scorch the leaves, so if it's getting too hot, diffuse the light with a sheer curtain. When it comes to temperature, Gerbera daisies are happiest in mild warmth. Ideal daytime temperatures range between 7 degrees F to 75 degrees F, so 20 degrees C to 24 degrees C, with nighttime temperatures around 6 degrees F, 15 degrees CC. They're not frost tolerant, so if you live in a region with cold winters, you'll need to bring them indoors before the temperature drops below 50 degrees F. Now, let's talk about the most common beginner question: watering. Gerbera daisies like consistent moisture, but not soggy soil. Overwatering is one of the most common reasons new gardeners lose their plants. The key is to water deeply but infrequently. Wait until the top inch of soil feels dry before watering again. Then water at the base of the plant, not over the leaves, to avoid fungal problems. A great rule of thumb is water deeply once or twice a week, depending on weather conditions. During the heat of summer, you may need to water a bit more often, while in cooler months, reduce watering. Always ensure your pot or garden bed has excellent drainage, because standing water around the roots can cause rot. Here's a simple test. If your Gerbera Daisy's leaves start to droop slightly, that's the plant's way of saying it's thirsty. Water it, and you'll see it perk right up within hours. But if leaves are turning yellow or the base feels mushy, it's probably getting too much water. Adjust accordingly. Let's move to the next key to success: soil and feeding. Gerbera daisies love loose, well-draining soil rich in organic matter. A perfect mix for pots is equal parts potting soil perlite and peat moss. This ensures roots get enough air and don't stay wet too long. For outdoor beds, improve your soil with compost to keep it light and fertile. Feeding your Gerbera daisy is what keeps those blooms coming. Use a balanced, water-soluble fertilizer, something like a 10 or 15-30-15 formula every 2 weeks during the growing season. Always dilute it to half strength and never fertilize dry soil. Water first, then feed. If you prefer organic gardening, compost tea or fish emulsion works beautifully. Over-fertilizing, though, is a common trap. It can cause lush leaves but fewer flowers. If that happens, skip feeding for a few weeks and give your plant more sunlight to rebalance its energy toward blooming. Now, onto one of the most satisfying parts: pruning and deadheading. Gerbera daisies love a little grooming. Removing spent flowers not only keeps your plant neat but also encourages new blooms. Use clean, sharp scissors or pruners to cut the flower stem right down to the base, close to the crown. This signals the plant to produce fresh stems and flowers faster. In addition, remove any yellowing leaves or those showing spots. This helps prevent fungal diseases and keeps your plant looking fresh every few months. You can also gently remove old outer leaves to allow new ones to grow. Now let's go over seasonal care for Gerbera daisies, especially relevant for American gardeners. In spring, start your Gerberas indoors or purchase young nursery plants once the risk of frost has passed. Prepare the soil and make sure it's well drained. Gradually acclimate your plants outdoors over a week before full exposure. In summer, Gerbera daisies hit their peak. Keep up with watering, deadheading, and feeding. If the heat becomes intense, provide light afternoon shade to prevent stress. Mulching around the base helps retain soil moisture and keeps roots cool. In fall, as temperatures begin to drop, start reducing watering and feeding. In colder regions, it's time to bring potted Gerberas indoors. Place them near a bright window and keep them warm and dry. During winter, your Gerbera daisy will rest. Water sparingly about once every 10-14 days. You avoid fertilizing until spring returns. If you keep them indoors during winter, make sure they get enough light and good air circulation to prevent mold. Now let's address a few common problems and their easy solutions, because every gardener faces them, even the pros. If your Gerbera daisy stops blooming, it usually means one of 3 things: not enough sunlight, too much fertilizer, or overcrowded roots. Fix this by giving it more sun, cutting back on feeding, and checking if it needs repotting. If you see yellow leaves, check your watering routine. Overwatering or poor drainage is the usual culprit. Repot in fresh, draining soil and water only when the top layer feels dry. If your plant's leaves look pale, it might be low on nutrients. A balanced fertilizer will fix this within weeks. If you notice powdery mildew or gray mold, it's often due to poor air circulation or watering over the leaves. Always water at the base and space your plants so air can flow freely. For pests like aphids, whiteflies, or spider mites, try a natural solution mix. A few drops of mild dish soap in water and spray the leaves. This removes pests without harming your plant. Now, let's talk about propagation, a fun way to multiply your Gerbera daisies. You can grow new plants from seeds, but the easiest way is through division. Every 2 or 3 years, gently divide your mature Gerbera daisy plant into smaller sections, ensuring each has roots attached. Replant them in fresh soil, and you'll soon have multiple healthy plants blooming beautifully. And here's a little bonus cut flower care. Gerbera daisies make fantastic cut flowers that last up to 2 weeks indoors. To keep them fresh, cut the stems at an angle early in the morning. Place them immediately in clean water and change the water every couple of days. Another wonderful thing about Gerbera daisies is their emotional power. These flowers have a language all their own. Pink Gerberas symbolize admiration and grace. Red ones convey love and passion, while yellow and orange Gerberas radiate happiness and friendship. Imagine lining your porch or balcony with different colors. It's like growing a rainbow that greets you every morning. If you're a beginner gardener, the Gerbera daisy is a perfect teacher. It shows you how simple daily attention, a bit of sunlight, the right water balance, a touch of pruning can bring out vibrant life. Every bloom reminds you that care and patience always reward you. And perhaps most importantly, Gerbera daisies remind us of joy, pure, simple joy. They ask for so little and give so much. Whether you grow them in a pot by your kitchen window or in a backyard garden, they'll fill your space with color and your heart with calm. So, water mindfully, prune with love, give them sunshine, and watch them reward you with weeks and weeks of dazzling blooms. The Gerbera daisy is proof that happiness can be grown petal by petal. And when those bright faces greet you in the morning, you'll know you've created something special, a little pocket of nature's joy right at home. If you love learning about seasonal flowering plants, gardening tips, and nature care, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Nature Nurture Hub, your home for year-round garden inspiration. Let's keep growing together.